So I often get asked about what I do and how I do it, what a day involves for me. So I thought I'd take you on a typical day of my life as a modern day carpenter. So I'm going to basically start my day as pretty normal, having a nice cup of coffee. I've got a video to publish which is going to go out this evening, so I need to sit behind the computer and do that. So I've actually been up since about 5:30 this morning, which is a little bit earlier than normal, but it gives me time to just finish some administration. I get a lot of emails, I get a lot of people asking me stuff, and I like to sort of answer as many of those as I can. And also it's a good time to reflect on what I've got to do during the course of the day. So just a quick rundown today. I'm going into work this morning. On the way to work, I've got to pick up some materials, I've got to pick up some plywood, I've got to pick up a couple of plumbing fittings. Then I'm over to the big build, and I've got a few things to teach Eddie over there to do. And then from there, I'm coming straight back here. I'm having a quick shower, getting changed, jumping on a train up to Vauxhall. I've got 2 radio shows to record in Vauxhall. And from Vauxhall, I'm then going to be leaving Vauxhall. I'm going to be heading all the way over to Docklands, to the Royal Docks and XL. I'm staying there this evening. I've got a meeting tonight with a couple of brands that I'm working with, and staying in the Crown Plaza. And then tomorrow I have an exhibition to go to in the XL. So it's a busy 24 hours. So I thought I'd take you along for the ride. One of the jobs I've got to do first, I've got some hungry mouths to feed. What are you doing, eh? What are you doing up here? You want a drink? You always want to drink from the tap, don't you? You're a funny cat. Well, you get on and do that. I will get your food. Hey, boy. Oh, Princess, you have to be right in the middle of everything, don't you? You're a weird cat. You always like drinking from the tap, don't you? I wonder how many other people's cats do that. Anyway, let's get their food done. First job. Okay. Also, I've got to order some stuff from the tool station and Screwfix to pick up en route. I do like the convenience of being able to do that. Have you had enough now? Do you want your drink now? Good. Here comes the food. We're going to make a fuss now, aren't we? Huh? You want this? Yeah? Oh, you're keen, aren't you? What do you want this? Do you want this? Oh, that's a good boy. All right, eat. Enjoy. So, I've got to pick some stuff up on the way to work. As I say, I've been in here this morning and published a video which is going out tonight, and it's about underfloor heating. It's at the big build, and so I'm happy about that. I've done all that, and it takes a little bit of time because you have to do all kinds of stuff in the behind the scenes to put a video out and make a successful video. Anyway, so I need to go into Screwfix now. This is quite handy, isn't it? Being able to sit here. It doesn't open till 7 where we are, but I'm able to sit here now, quickly make an order. I need 2 28mm T's. I also need some fixings, and the fixings I need are concrete screws. Concrete screws, there we go. Bang, bingo, there we go, some of those. Click and collect. And it takes seconds, and that's it. It's check out and it's done and dusted. So it's really quite easy. That's the beauty of electronic business, isn't it? You know, being able to do this sort of stuff. It's just so quick. And so once I've done this, then I'm going to hit the road pretty quick. I'm going to get down there, make sure I'm in early. Pick this stuff up. I've got to pick some plywood up as well, so I've got to go to a timber merchant, pick some plywood up. I've also got to get some glass suckers out of the store, so I mustn't forget the glass suckers because we've got some glass balustrades to go in, because we're actually doing the staircase at the big build at the moment. So that's it. I shall get this done, place the order, and be on my way. So the first thing is get the van going, and I've got to get down the store and look for my glass suckers. Found the glass lifters. These are the vacuum lifters, so that's handy. So we get them into the van and get moving. So I'm here at Screwfix. Gonna pick my bits and pieces up and then head off to the timber merchant, and we are all set. I've been into Screwfix and they've got my fixings, and fortunately the lady behind the counter had said, oh, you want 28 mil reducing tees. I said, no, they're meant to be equal tees. So in my haste this morning, I said how easy it was. I put in the wrong thing. I didn't read it properly, but thanks to her saying that I would pretty much ordered the wrong thing, it's going to save me some time. But they've only got one of what I actually need, so I'm just going to nip over to the plumber's merchants behind me and get what I need. But this is the sort of thing that can trip us up. Well, I'm back from the next place and they didn't have any equal tees either, so I'm going to go and try another place. This is how things trip us up. But I did get a Starlock blade, a new multi-tool blade. These Bosch ones are particularly good. Now this was like 12 or 13 pounds. Now all of these little things, these little sundries that we buy on a day-to-day basis can actually add up over a course of years. It's amazing if you don't allow for them in your pricing, you can really come unstuck. So that was interesting. I just finished at this first lot of merchants and I was just about to leave and I get a knock on the window from a guy. Say, oh, I've seen you on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. He was called The Wood Life and I followed him on Instagram. So basically my policy is if I know you, or I've met you before, I'll follow you. There's someone else giving me a wave there. I don't know who that was, but I get a lot of people flashing and waving because I've got a bit of a distinctive number plate, and so people recognise me from the number plate. It's a bit mad really, but there you go. Anyway, I'm just coming into the timber merchant now, ready to pick up this 4mm ply. I call it skim ply. It's actually 3.6mm. So we're coming in now. There we go. And we are going to pick this up and then get back to work. And it's just started to rain. That's absolutely typical. There we go, into the builders merchants and bingo. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Yeah, I'm just capturing a bit of footage of you, but at the minute. How you doing? Look, it's another one who's super tall compared to me. Look, everyone around me is super tall.
Shoes just dead really small, mate.
I know, I am. I'm just super. How tall are you?
6'5".
Yeah, see what I mean? Look.
Just round the door, look.
Everyone who watches my stuff on YouTube knows that everyone around me is taller than me, including Ed. Slightly, yeah. So we're going to grab this sheet of ply now, get back out to site and just put it on the last of, we're basically protecting the new stair treads. A lot of people don't know this stuff exists. It's super cheap and it's pretty robust for protecting a staircase. So there's the gear. Yeah, it's like paper, look. But it's pretty good. You can even cut it with a sharp knife, although I wouldn't recommend it. A little tip, I never take the top sheet of anything, I always take the one underneath, purely because this one takes a little bit of moisture and bends up, especially MDF. So always ask for the second or the third sheet. They won't mind, it's just, you know, just one of them things.
Oh, do you need help, Tom?
I think I'm there, mate, I think I've actually done it. So, thanks for offering.
No worries.
Thanks. Right, that's it. Let's get that on the van. So I've arrived here at the big build. This is my first work commitment of the day. I've done my shopping. I'm here on site. Let's go and catch the lads and see what they're up to. Okay, let's go and see what's what. It's just after 8 o'clock. We always like to start about 8 o'clock, basically. Here we go. All right, Gary. Hello, mate. How are you?
All right.
All right, getting all your stuff sorted out. Here's Ed. Morning, Ed.
Morning.
How are you, mate?
Not too bad. How are
Just saw someone as tall as you. Well, he wasn't as tall as you, actually. He's nearly as tall as you. Anyway, so my job this morning, before I go off to Vauxhall, is we're doing some work on the staircase over there. Ed's going to use that ply we got, and he's going to cut it all up. He's already protecting some of the treads, basically putting the ply on the treads so we can sort of protect it, and we'll tape all that on, put a couple of tiny pins in to hold it if needed. And that's it. We've made like a temporary step for the stair, so we won't put the actual curtail step in, which is upside down over here, purely because we want it to be fitted after the finished floor goes in, because that means the floor layers haven't got to try and cut round it. It'll be a nasty junction. Okay, it's 1 o'clock and I'm done now for the time being. Today here, I'm gonna get off. Ed's protected all the stair treads and risers with the ply that we got this morning. And I've cleaned all these dowels off and fixed all the stairs back. And Gary's just doing an incredibly complicated bit of work. We've got a decorative board that goes over the front of here. And he's gonna get that in with Ed while I'm gone. And that's good. So I'm gonna get off, get home, get changed, have a bit of lunch, and then get off to London. And I'll see you in the morning, Ed.
I'll see you in the morning, mate. Have a good
In
one.
London.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
Radio show, bro.
Yeah, cheers, mate. See you later. Thanks, Gary.
See you later, mate.
See you later, mate. You're a good man. See you soon. Cheers. Onwards and upwards. Gonna get in the wagon now and hit the road. So I'm back here for a little while in the office and checking a few emails, because since I've been at work, obviously I've had emails coming in and all sorts of stuff. I've also had my running order for the radio show at Fixed Radio that I'm doing. Obviously going up there to the studios next, but prior to that, Mark, the producer, sends me through everything he wants me to sort of go through and everything else. It's very organised. And before COVID sort of eased up, I was actually doing it here. So I had my microphone, I had my headphones, and it was all a bit mad really. So that's how I learned the ropes, if you like, or how radio shows had to be put together. So I had them on the other end, obviously, we're chatting away and we're doing the business. But it was a lot more difficult than going up to the studio, which after I've had some lunch, finished the emails, typed a little bit of this, printed it off, got it ready, got my overnight bag because I'm staying in town. I'll be on the train heading up to Vauxhall to do this very show. Well, that's it. I'm here at Dorking Station. Going to hop on the train and get up to Vauxhall. About 50 minutes, I suppose, and then we're ready to rock. So I always find it useful doing the train journey up to the radio station, because I've got time to go through the shows and make notes.
Clapham Junction. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
So this is Clapham Junction, and it used to be known as the world's busiest railway station, but I expect there's somewhere in China now which has got a bigger and more busy railway station than this, but still a fairly impressive place.
The next stop is Vauxhall.
Well, I'm here. I'm at the studio for Fix Radio. Just about to go in and get the show done. It's up there somewhere. Anyway, let's better get on. So I'm in the building now. There's Mark.
Hello.
He's my producer. Say hello.
Hello.
He's another one who's taller than me by a foot. It's just catching, man. It's just catching. Anyway, we better go and get on. So that's it. I'm here in the Fix Radio studio. I'm just waiting for Mark, the producer, and my guest, who's Jeff Rhodes, and he's the president of the Institute of Carpenters. Now, it's always a little bit unnerving leading up to doing these shows, these radio shows, because as a carpenter, it's quite a big shift. I know I do YouTube and I know I do stuff on Instagram, but actually when you see all of the equipment and it's all pretty official, it's a different kettle of fish altogether. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck in again today and having a good show. So I'm up in the studio, and down there in the distance is my guest on the show. I can see him on his phone. He might be trying to ring me, and he's just trying to take his life in his hands on the London streets. And two blind bends, that's the best place to cross, I would say. Anyway, he'll be up in a minute and we'll be doing this interview. Here he comes across the road now. So this is what we do first. We get a little bit prepared, and Jeff Rhodes, who's the president of the Institute of Carpenters, who's kindly agreed to come and sit down with me, have another chat on Fix Radio. Now you're going to tell us a story about things. MDF. So that's it, the end of my Fix Radio commitments for tonight. And this is Jeff Rhodes from the Institute of Carpenters. He's been with me for the last 4 shows.
That's right. Yeah, it's been interesting. Thanks, Robin.
It's been a pleasure. It's been really good. So, the next stop for me tonight will be going over to the XL. I'm staying over at the XL, the Crown Plaza. I'm having dinner with a couple of brands that support the channel. And then tomorrow I'm at the XL for UK Construction Week. So I better get my finger out. I'm just taking an Uber over to XL, and we're just literally going to come past the pub at some point, and it's called the Walrus and the Carpenter, and I actually put the doors on that pub some years ago, believe it or not. So here's the pub. It's called the Walrus and the Carpenter. And you can see there's a set of doors there, black doors with the number 45. That's the doors I put on some years ago. And glimpses of the Tower of London in the background. That's fantastic. So that's me on the last leg of the journey. Here's where we're going to stay tonight, at the Crown Plaza. So the XL is right down there in the distance. The docks are over there. And I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. It's been a long day. And I'm going to have a nice meal now with a couple of people who support this channel. So I'll see you all in a while. So I'm in the room. There's the London skyline, or the City of London. There's Canary Wharf. You can see the O2. Well, it used to be called the O2. I don't think it's called that anymore. And there's the docks. And I'm just about to chill out and have a rest. So the last part of my day. It's been a long day. I started it about 5:30 this morning. I'm with Paul now. Paul has a product called Gapo tape, and as you know, if you watch my channel, I like a bit of Gapo tape. Anyway, Paul was kindly taking me out for something to eat, and we're going to somewhere called the Hawksmoor. It's here. We're in Canary Wharf, the amazing. Let me just pan around, look at some of these buildings here.
In the city of cities.
It's phenomenal. In the great city of London, our home.
London town.
Yeah, and we're going to have some dinner. So this may be one of the last posts of this video.
I'll get him later on a good one.
But we'll see. Anyway,
Awesome.
Let's go have some food.
Let's do it, man.
So this is how we rolled in the building game.
We're at the Hawksmoor. Look at this for a steak. I'm sorry if you're vegan or vegetarian, but you know I do love it. I'm a builder. And we got a spinach option here, there.
And broccoli.
Yeah, and broccoli as well.
The meat's all for Robin.
Yeah, the meats. Yeah. So anyway, we're at the Hawksmoor. It's an amazing place actually. Look, have a quick look round. We're in the amazing Canary Wharf. Up there. And we're going to tuck in now. So this is the end of my day now. So it's been a long day since 5:30 this morning and it's close to midnight. I'm with Paul still. We've had a fantastic meal here at what they call the Hawksbill. I never heard of it. Let me just... Hawksmoor. Sorry, the Hawksmoor. So that's it. That's a day in the life of a carpenter. I know it's a little bit random. I've been everywhere today, but it's all in a day's work, guys. And you might be starting out in your career and you might be thinking, where's this going to take me? You never know it's going to take you. You never who you're going to meet, what you're going to do, where you're going to go. But believe in yourself and it will happen. Good night.